Toy Tractor Times is at the 2017 National Farm Toy Show in Dyersville, Iowa. We're here with Seth Eberhardt, who has taken gold again. Had that honor before. Congratulations. It's great to have the 40th anniversary show tractor in gold from the Toy Farmer, and the big trophies are big heavy trophies this year for the 40th anniversary, and well deserved.
Thank you.
Well, Seth, you kind of have an affinity for old grain elevators, and we've seen them in St. Louis and Dyersville before, and you've got an all new one here.
That's right. This is a model of the Hedrick elevator, still standing in Hedrick, Iowa. So I pretty much just built it as close to the real thing as I could. With every individual board, every individual piece of tin, and try to put as much detail in as I can. And
I think that's the interesting thing. You drive by these all the time, you see the silver flashing on the outside, but these are a fortress with all the wood that goes into them stacked up to hold that weight.
Oh, they're really built tough. And I'm sure the average person doesn't even know what's inside one of these buildings and how they're built. So it's, even for myself, when I started doing these projects, it was quite a learning experience.
Must be fun to go through them and see them. So
it's fascinating.
Is the elevator still in use, or is it been retired?
Not as an elevator. It's used just for the office and the probe and scale for the other branch facilities located there.
So what time period is this set in? I see we got some vintage trucks and tractors.
Well, to tell you the truth, I'm actually overlapped a little bit on my eras. It's kind of set probably in the 60s, just with that equipment that's used, and still have the wagon hoist lifting up the wagon there. The probe that you see on the front was actually put in 1975, which will be set a little bit later, but I just wanted to include all the equipment, just kind of show how everything was used. Sure. So it's a little out of place, but...
Well, I guess we'll start down here with the scale. So you've got the black lines indicate what the scale is. And,
that's right.
Got a plate for the narrow front tractors.
That's actually a manhole cover to get underneath. Yep.
And so they bring a load of corn in?
That's right. Pull up to the probe, just like they do today.
And so what did you use to make the corn?
That's a grain that I got at an Amish bulk food store. I actually can't remember what it was called, but some kind of grain that's made for eating.
Okay. And we'll just take a peek under here.
It's
got a basement area.
That's the motor that drives the elevator.
Okay.
Originally, this elevator was powered by a gas engine, and it was located underneath this little lean-to.
Okay.
And then eventually it was switched over to electric power in the basement there.
And we can see the scale right up there.
That's right.
And we got the feed mill truck coming in. Farina.
Yeah, I scratch built the body on there with the auger. Just another small project of mine.
We got the Farina feed bags, and I guess we'll take a look up here at the tool bench here with all the tools, fire extinguishers.
That's right.
And then, I remember going to places like this with my dad. It was always fun to kind of see the work area, and got newspapers in the mail, Coca-Cola bottles, old rotary phone.
That's right.
Filing cabinets.
I try to build as much stuff as I can myself. A lot of the real little items are actually dollhouse items, but all the furniture and everything I built. I built the Pepsi machine you see there in the corner. So just try to put as much detail in as I can.
Farmall 460 poster up on the wall.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll move on here to the laneway here. Looks like you got the hoist, got all the mechanisms up here.
That's right, yeah, before there was hydraulics on the wagons, that's the way the wagons were dumped.
That's such a throwback to when corn was picked and shelled initially before combines, to have these barge wagons. And
that's right.
Got a Oliver 88 standard up front.
Got a real one just like it at home, so that's kind of why I picked that one to put in the display here.
So we can see again that being tilted up, and I guess we'll move around here to the backside, and got a dump truck coming in. So is that soybeans that he's loaded up with, or is
this was millet, I believe is what that was called. That was also something I got at one of the bulk food stores. So yeah, that'd be soybeans in that load.
Of course, you got to have a sweep brush, and you got the pit.
It's probably a little too clean to really be authentic.
It looks pretty authentic to me. So what is this silo or what is?
Just a bin that was added for extra storage.
Okay.
I built that myself too. It's actually got a wood skeleton in it to have something to fasten all the nails to. There's about 2,500 nails in that bin there.
That's a lot.
It got a little monotonous putting all those nails in, but the real one is actually bolted together.
So we can, I guess we'll move around here and we can see how it's connected.
Just a pipe that comes down off the leg and the spout that just goes into the top of the bin. It's a pretty simple setup, really.
And this is just my favorite from the previous elevator you built. It's just seeing the craftsmanship that you put into it, but also that a real one has to have.
Yeah, the real building was built with 2x6s stacked flatways from the ground up to the top, with just a tremendous amount of lumber. So I built the model the same way.
So I guess is one part of it for beans and one part for corn?
The bins could have been used for different crops.
So harvest must just be starting.
I guess so.
And now here's kind of all the plumbing where all the grain comes up and then gets distributed out.
That's right. Yeah, there's distributors controlled by a wheel down at the bottom with cables on it to direct the grain to whichever tube is going to take it to which bin.
And it's neat that you've lighted this too, just like the real thing. And how many hours have you put into just putting all this woodwork together?
The whole project is about 200 hours.
Wow. So I guess we got the tube coming out here. They must load rail cars right out here.
Yeah, back in the day they did.
Railroad track. So what's through this door here? Is that just the...
That just goes into the main elevator area. The wheel there that you see, that's what controls the distributor. Then actually right behind there is a MAM lift. To right up to the top. Bucket elevator going on.
Got the John Deere 110 mower out here.
That's right.
Now what's through the windows down over this way, or is that the...
It's just kind of a pit underneath the bins. I wasn't brave enough to venture into there.
Sure. I know you did on the last one, so it's very cool. Well, Seth, thank you very much for this tour, and I think what's really important about our hobby is that you're capturing farm history. And, we're losing a lot of these great landmark buildings that you just used to, I think people even take them for granted because you see them so long.
Yeah, you don't see very many of these standing anymore, and
they're disappearing.
They'll probably all be gone.
So it's great to replicate that history.
I think so.
So again, in capturing that history, Seth has got the history of the Hedrick elevator.
Yeah, there's of course a couple pictures of the actual building, and then a few paragraphs that I was given. Just kind of interesting to know the history of the building itself, and kind of neat to have a story to go along with the display.
Let's see, it built in 1907.
That's right.
And scroll down here so our YouTube fans can take a little bit of this history in. And it's great to have these pictures to show how accurately you have built this. And here we can always want to promote social media, so Seth Eberhardt on Facebook if you want to learn more and check it out.
This page has pictures of all the projects I've done in the past, and I put up pictures in the process of building new things so people can kind of watch the progress too, so you can see all my projects on there.
Seth, thank you again for sharing this with us on Toy Tractor Times and out here at the National Show. Are we going to be seeing something else coming down the road? Or?
Oh, maybe.
All right.
I've got more ideas, but having a one-year-old kid doesn't leave too much time for these kind of projects.
They're big projects. Well, thank you so much, and look forward to seeing what might come next.
All right, well, thank you.
Thank you.